Welcome and welcome back to the Light Renegades. My name is Starr. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. To those that might be new, how to preface this video, I'm not entirely sure. I would say start at the beginning of the series. If you find yourself here for the first time, maybe head over to our playlist and check out some of the other content that we do have for myself and Anna Maria, who is my fellow Light Renegade, over here on this channel. We have a lot of information that we are bringing forward with regards to galactic understandings, with regards to everyday expressions of being a multidimensional at this time here on planet Earth, in terms of being a being that is willing to step forward on this ascension process, that is willing to step forward for the new Earth and through this new expression of energies that we find ourselves in at this time. But today I'm going to allow for an essence and a fractal of David Bowie to speak through me. And this is going to be the first time doing this for those that are here that have been watching for some time. So I'm not sure how today is going to go, everyone. There has been a lot of moving parts for myself behind the scenes, so please have some patience with me today. There is a lot going on, and I just feel like there is just an expression that I feel like David wants to bring forward in the most streamlined way as possible, and I've kind of been working with this idea of just flow more recently, so I'm going to try and just straight channel what he wishes to share today, and we'll see how we get on, everyone. But thank you for your patience, thank you for sticking it through, and I hope that you've had a beautiful week. I know that it's been an incredibly explosive time for some. I'm going to share a little bit more than an energetic update video as well for you all this week, but I am grateful for David's presence here. I'm grateful for all the knowledge that they do have, and they've kind of put some many aspects of my research to an end, and I'm grateful for that, because I felt like for a lot of time I was just kind of chasing my own tail, and this is definitely something that has been I think brought forward through the Light Renegades through myself. You've all just seen me kind of go through these dips and waves and turns and curves because I was having to research a lot, and now that I've come to this moment in my journey, I realize that all roads are leading to one destination, and I think this is what David wishes to speak upon today. So just give me a moment. I'm going to allow for David to enter into my energetic field. Well, this feels weirder than anticipated. I think somewhere I've just been fearful of truly stepping forward and showing my face. There has been much about my life that wasn't shown to the public. There's been much about my life that was kept in the dark, kept in the shadows. And so much of my soul was just left at the door. Last time I spoke to you all, I said, please, go and explore life, go and enjoy life. Because it's all a trick. To have feelings of, I don't belong here, to have feelings of, I should have this or that, is something that I was bound to wish for you to believe. I must admit that I had an energy within me that was insatiable. I think being an addict somewhere, it never truly leaves you. I was always searching for more, for something else. And this was kept behind closed doors. There were many around me that were willing to play along, to keep my mask, to keep my shame from showing. I often wasn't happy. I would slip into bouts of depression, insomnia, mania. This is not something that you saw. I was always flitting from this project to that, artist to artist, direction to direction, feeling truly lost. Of course, not all my design. It became a part of me. It became a part of their play, what they wanted from me. I've spoke to you all that a fractal of myself just kept stepping away. It was getting further and further away from me, the further that I took my path, in fame, in the light. And there was no going back. At certain points in my expression, I could truly see myself. And I knew that I wasn't the being that I once was, but I had no control over that. There was nothing that I could do. There is just an energy that churns, that pushes forward. You get invited to this party, then that. You have interviews back to back to back. You become a servant, part of the system. Fame is a lie, it's a trap. You all know this by now. Nothing I say here is going to be new to you. But I think hearing it through me, it's really going to help some truly understand where they have been a pawn too. What does your life look like right now? Where are you playing directly into their hands? I've spent some time with this dear soul, helping her truly understand where she was sat. And it came with a shock to the system. And I think so many of you are about to reach that shock to the system also. Because what are you striving for? What are you waiting for? What are you hiding from? Because I promise you, it's not yourself. Your soul signature is something that has been spoken about on this channel over the past couple of weeks. And somewhere deep inside of you is an energy that wishes to shine, that wishes to be in the spotlight, that wishes to be seen. But this is not through fame. This is because soul is always yearning for connection, yearning for love. And this was not something that I was told. This was not something that was taught to me. And this is not something that they preach to you. They tell you to attain money. They tell you to attain the biggest house, the most expensive car, the most expensive clothes. They don't tell you that all your soul is seeking is connection and love. So come back to that when you feel lost. I've gone through waves of frustration in watching so many of you suffer in silence. Stand up for yourself. Speak your words of truth. There is no more room to hide. Now is not time to hide. This is what they want. And I'm not talking about picking fights. I'm talking about standing up for yourself and what you believe in. If you hear something and you think that's not right, that's going to hurt someone, stop that person. Tell them that they are wrong. Tell them that they need to look in the mirror. So many of you fighting against yourself, yet you do not see it. Some of you cross-watching here, what are you fighting for? Who are you fighting for? Because it's surely not you. I was there too. You can't see it. So I hope that this shakes you somewhere. Some of you, I've put you in situations to see your truth. Over the past couple of months, you've come face to face with your truth, time and time and time again, yet you still lie to self. Who have you been hurting? Because really, it's always you. And I'm sorry that my first message like this comes with an undertone of upset, an undertone of anger, but I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated at myself, how I behaved. I'm frustrated at where we find ourselves right now. And I'm frustrated that so many of you continue to walk in the shadows. This is what they want. Stand tall, be fierce, be exactly what you wish to be, because that's the only way for others to find you. That's the only way for others to truly love you. And that's the only way that you will ever, ever, ever truly feel set free. I promise you. I ventured many highways, many pathways, many trails, mountains, desert lands. I went in search of something. I didn't know that something was always inside of me. So don't fall for it. Listen to it now. And say to yourself, I deserve it. I deserve to feel love. I deserve to be seen. I deserve to be appreciated for everything that I am in soul and truth. This is what I wish for all of you watching this. So if you know you're in the wrong space, if you know you're in the wrong crowd, if you know you are in the wrong room, I hope that you felt it now and you decide to say, no more. I'm going to follow that which I truly want in my heart. I wish that I'd had so many of you in my life when I was alive. There were those that did truly care for me, and I'm grateful for that. There were so many that did care for me, and I'm grateful for that. But we were all in the same position, all keeping up the facade, the mask, the lies. Nothing is what it seems. There is no true reality. And this is something that will be shared by a being that I truly looked up to. it's interesting to be in a space now to be able to commune with that energy and to be able to commune with all of you and to just share the truth. This is our truth. This is my true story. And I'm grateful that I get to share it with you all. But somewhere it's painful. And I think some of you here need to see that before it's too late. And of course, soul eternal, you will return again. But I wish for some to just put the weight down now, to stop fighting now, to stop fighting yourselves and truly step into that soul signature that is you. Stop hiding. Stop playing the part. Stop playing the roles. It's always going to be hurting you. They don't care. Those around you don't care. Come back to you. Always. I think that's all I wish to share for today. Apologies, a somber one. But I love you all so very much. And I'll be back again very soon. Take care, my loves. And I could feel this expression from David this week. I hadn't had time to be sitting and communicating with them. I've very much been in my own bubble of healing for a little while, and I knew that we were coming to this phase, this chapter of the Light Renegades. I knew that we were coming to this understanding that all roads are leading back to one end, and this idea of it all just being a facade, it all just being a show. And I know that we all know this, but somewhere I was still playing into that role. I was still playing into that facade, and I just couldn't see it. And I've been given and dealt expressions over the past couple of weeks, over the past couple of months, that made me truly see that and understand that. And I thought, wow, this expression goes so deep. And I've been witness to many spaces in the spiritual community, in the galactic community, those that are on big platforms, those that have a huge following, and seeing where their truth truly lies and just thinking, wow, okay, this goes so much deeper than I could have ever possibly imagined. And the play for the future is a grand one, which is definitely something that I will be speaking on in times to come. But there is still this undercurrent of a trajectory that they are still trying to warp, they are still trying to manage. And I had to step away. I had to step away from it all. I had to step away from the media. And I now understand this signature of truly stepping away and coming back into the heart. And I promise you, it has been so painful to keep coming back to my heart. But I realize the further that I step away from my heart, the further I step into their play. And this is not a play for peace. This is a play for chaos constantly. And I just do not want to be prescribing into that chaos any longer. So a lot of my research has been put to a halt because I know the answers now. And I think so many of you are coming to these expressions and understandings too. So listen to that. If you've been being quieter, if you've been being slower, I promise you, you are on the right path. Do not let anyone else deter you from your peace right now, because we are being given our soul signature back. We are being given the room to truly listen to our heart, truly listen to our souls. And that's what we came here to do. Forget the noise, forget the outside, forget what's around you. Of course, there are those that we love and cherish, but it always has to come back to us. It always has to start with us. So keep coming back to you. But I think that best all for myself and David today. And we will be back real soon, hopefully with a lighter message. But I know that they were just ready to share their full truth. And it has been a somber time with them for some time, because I knew, I could see, I could sense. And I think this is why we were butting heads when we first started to commune with each other, because I knew just how deep of how strong of a mass that they were portraying to the public. And you know, I have to sit in compassion for that. But sometimes I think it's just, it's real difficult to sit in the truth. So I hear you, I see you, believe me, those that are just on this cycle of, I think, wanting to fight for the right cause. And I was there too, but I realized in trying to fight for the right cause, I was keeping myself stuck in that expression also. So I've had to switch my perspective. I've had to take a step back. I've had to just turn all of that rage, all of that fire, and bring it back to me and give it to my heart, because that's what I was seeking to. And it's interesting because I now realize the souls that have stepped towards me are all showing and displaying aspects of my soul signature too, which is why they could align with me, which is why they could commune with me in this way. So all of my shadow has just been playing out for you all in the most intense and darkest and, you know, estranged spaces from myself. And I had to sit with that at some point. I had to realize that that was my truth, and that was difficult to sit with. And I think so many of you in the collective might be in those spaces now, and this is a culmination of lifetimes work that we are now ready to put down, that we are now ready to alchemize into a different space, a different state. And I spoke about this before, this gray area that I couldn't see. It's a portal, it's a new space, it's new vibrations, and they are so much lighter than anything we've experienced before. And to feel a drop of that energy just feels like absolute ecstasy. And I thought, oh my gosh, okay, yep, I'm completely I'm on the wrong path. I'm on the wrong path. I'm fighting and fighting and fighting. I don't want to fight anymore. I want to step into this vibration of love, unconditional love. And that's my play for peace from now on. And I urge everyone else to try and switch that narrative, to switch that thought process too. And this doesn't mean ignoring the truth, but it means not prescribing to that push and pull dynamic. I was in this time and time again. It was playing out in my relationships, platonic and otherwise. It was just this constant, and I thought, I can't do this. This is breaking me. I got to snapping point, and I thought, I'm snapping because somewhere I'm in pain and I'm not feeling the love that I know that I deserve. So that's what I'm stepping towards. That's what I'm striving towards. What is the love? And I never ever thought that I would be a being that said that. And I've surprised myself in the past couple of weeks of just how deeply I know my love runs, and just how deeply I know my emotions are here for my highest good, and that which was perceived as lack truly isn't. I'm just living in a world that doesn't understand my emotions or the way that I love, because it's not something that we've been allowed to step into. So I'm creating those spaces for myself, and I think that all of you should be doing the same too. But I think, yeah, that's going to be enough for me today with regards to David, and we'll be back real soon together. But take care for now, everyone.